And usually you do this the opposite way. You start off general and then you get specific. But just for the sake of demonstration, bear with me. We had 6 articles with those 4 terms. Now notice we have 3,479. Way too many to sort through, way too many to figure out, what it is that we need. So narrowing your search terms and really trying to figure out what it is that you're trying to find out can really help you in your search and can really help you find something that's helpful that you're looking for. Okay, so those are 2 major databases that you can use that will, oops, I don't want to do that. No. Don't want to do that. Where did it go? That you can use in order to begin your search process. How did this get me here? Alright, let's just go back to the library homepage, because that is not cooperating with me. There's another thing that you can use that will help you find books if you're interested in finding books. And that is, again, we're on the library homepage. I'm no longer in that special site for 101 students. But if you go to Centra, the library's catalog, from the library homepage, this will take you to the library catalog, which searches only books, so not articles. And this is opening up. The same thing goes for Centra. When you're typing in your search terms, don't use questions like you do with Google, but instead pull out the words that you want. So I want obesity, children, causes in America. And I'm going to search. Okay, so notice, again, I have, instead of just putting obesity and getting lots and lots of results, I've put in a few terms. Okay, I'm only getting 4 results, so maybe that's not enough. Let's see what I find. Okay, overweight and obesity in America's children, causes, consequences, and solutions. Wow, that sounds exactly like a book that I might use. So I can click on it, and I get a table of contents, so I can look through there. This is the Library of Congress subject heading, so I get information there. And I also get a summary of the book. So I notice that the status of this publication says to check shelf. Which typically means that the book is in. Now, if you don't have access to the on-campus library, you can have the book shipped to you. And let me show you how to do that. Okay, so as I was saying, if you are an on-campus student, you can click on, or if you live near campus, you can click on the book record. If it says check shelf, then it means that the book that you're looking for is there. Now, if you live off campus or you're a distance from the main campus, as many of you are, you can use documents on demand, and you can get here one of 2 ways. You can get there through the Centra catalog, as I'm doing now. And just click on that thing that says Documents on Demand, or you can get here. I'm taking us real quick back to the library homepage, and notice under Services, I can go down and click Documents on Demand, and that will also take me to this very same site. Now you'll have to fill out a short registration form that has your name, your address, your global ID, and all of that good stuff. Once you log in and sign in, I see that I have no request pending. But if I know that I'm looking for a particular resource, or that I would like to check out a book, or that there's an article that I can't get online, I can use MelCat, which is the Michigan e-Library Catalog. So this is a free service for students. And what they will do is they'll actually mail you whatever resource that you choose to a local library that's near you. So any local library. So if I'm looking for, again, maybe I'm looking for obesity causes in children. I'm going to click find it. I've got 70 results, so I can scroll through those. And for the sake of demonstration, I am just going to click the first one to show you. It will give me information about the book. So here again I get the table of contents, I get some background information, very same as the Central Library Catalog. If I decide that I want this book, all that I have to do is click Get This for Me. And I see that 5 Michigan e-libraries have this item. I click Get This for Me, and then I click on which library account I want to use. So then I just put in all of this information, and they will send it right to me, and I can pick it up. So that is one thing that you can do as well. I'm going to go back to the library homepage. So we've looked at the research guides. Remember, this is where you go and you choose your course. So we chose English 101. And this took us to those beginning databases that we looked at, that we found articles on. The most useful ones for your purposes were Issues and Controversies and Wilson Omnifile. These two should give you plenty of information. LexisNexis is also useful. This is a news database. So if you're looking at a particularly current topic and you'd like some news articles to throw in, that might be something that you choose to search as well. When we're looking for books, again, back to the library homepage. In Central, the library catalog will only search for books. So no articles, only books with the Central catalog. So that is an option as well. There's one more way to get to those databases besides using the research guides, and that's by clicking Find an Article. And this looks a little bit more complicated than it is, but again, you click Find an Article. For your purposes, just go down to General Multidisciplinary, and it gives you some of the very same databases that we've been using. Academic OneFile is another one that's very useful for students working on a paper like this. So you can do Academic OneFile. Again, you see Issues and Controversies, and you also see Wilson Omnifile Select, the two that we used earlier. So that's just another way to get there. The other thing that you can get to through the library homepages is the Ask a Librarian tool, and this is so helpful. This is their job. They are here to answer your questions either through telephone, you can email them, you can text them. If you live near campus, you can go there. But they have someone there most of the time to take care of your questions. So if maybe you found the title of a book or an article, but you're not sure where to get it, you're not sure what database to get it from, you're having trouble accessing the full text, you can ask a librarian. Type here to chat. So you just type it and go. You can email them. They're very fast. Maybe you found the title of a book that you want, or maybe you're just having trouble. You have no idea where to start. They can help you at any time in the research process. It's absolutely not cheating to ask for help. That is what they're there for, and they are amazing at finding resources. So be sure that you familiarize yourself with that service and that you're not shy about using it if you feel the need. So, all right. So I'm going to take you back to the home page, and that is a pretty good overview of the library resources that you'll need in order to complete this assignment. Again, we looked at Google. We see the problems with Google. Google is great. It's useful for everyday life. It is useful for finding some sources for academic papers, like those government websites that we looked at. But it is not useful for finding, efficiently finding, I should say, the kinds of resources that you need for this paper. So for this paper, do not be afraid. Jump on the library website and see what you can find with the databases. You can begin with the research guides. You can begin looking at books with Centris Catalog. Or if you have nowhere to start and you're very intimidated, hit Ask a Librarian when you're thinking about your topic. That should set you up to find the sources that you need in order to complete this paper. Once you have those sources, the paper pretty much writes itself. So, a word to the wise, in order to write a good paper, you need to have solid sources. Your sources need to be related. Your sources need to be along the same topic. So, again, back to that idea of obesity, if you're looking at obesity, the topic of obesity itself is too general. But if you find a niche, make sure all of your sources are related to that niche. So looking at the causes of obesity in children, as I did for demonstration purposes here, would give your paper focus and would allow you to sort through those thousands and thousands of sources to find some kind of common thread. And that common thread becomes your paper. So hopefully, once you look through the course materials and read over the sample paper, you'll get a better idea of what is expected of you. Good luck in your search, and let me know if I can be of any help.